to you.
Hey guys, it is your boy Raging Fury 555 here, and today bringing you guys a brand new video. And today we'll be doing a graveyard poison deck. Been very popular in our meta right now. Meta changed from like Giant Lightning Executioner, from Executioner Battle Ram, and now we're here with our poison buff. We have gotten to a very weird meta. Our meta is still very diverse. You're still seeing Executioner a lot, but right now I'm liking my deck right here. Rocket's been kicked out of our meta right now for now, but we're gonna show you how to use it today. And my cousin or Chwas tried to do a video on it, but as you can see, he went to a classic challenge, got absolutely raped. So I'll be doing it today, and I'll be showing you how to do it. So we'll be watching a couple replays. I did win 12 wins. We'll go over here. Got a 12 win grand challenge with it. Pretty good deck. And I'll be showing you how to use it today. And we'll watch a couple replays. We'll watch some top players. As you can see, pretty good players right here. 120k cards won. 62k cards won. 28k. I mean, pretty decent players. I mean, not bad at least. So we'll be hopping into a couple replays. So here we'll watch our first replay against Jones Bond, and we'll be playing against him, and he is using a very similar deck to mine, which is Giant Poison Graveyard. Very similar. Only difference is his win condition is Giant, but I really disagree with Giant because Inferno Tower is a great counter to his Giant, which is why I don't like using Giant. I mean, it's too easy to counter with Inferno Tower. So right here we're gonna take him out with a Inferno Tower placement, and we're gonna get one hit off with my Zap Wizard. Pretty easy crap right here. We're gonna wait for another push right here, and basically what you want to do with our deck right here, you're gonna use your Knight or whatever. You're gonna push it with your Knight or Ice Golem, and place your graveyard with your poison and get a lot of value out of it, because your poison spell within your graveyard spell will not be, it won't allow Skeleton Army, because Skeleton Army will now be able to be taken out in one hit, and freaking minions will die in poison really quickly. Archers will die in poison really quickly. So poison graveyard is very hard to counter, and when you have a proper push, it should give you a lot of damage off of his tower. So right here we're pushing again. Bad poison placement by him. It won't kill my Zap Wizard, and we'll get a lot of value out of here. So we are at around 9 elixir. I'm gonna go with a push. As I said earlier, I'm gonna go with a poison graveyard right here. Unfortunately, I didn't place my poison. I had to deal with his Zap Wizard, and I didn't place my poison quickly enough, unfortunately. So it feels bad, but we're gonna go in here again. Gonna place my poison. Poison is also a good defensive card against graveyard. So I'm suggesting, if you don't have your Knight with you, or you want to make sure your tower doesn't get any damage to counter graveyard, you can use a Knight and a poison, or a Ice Golem and a poison, and it should work out pretty well. So right here, both of our towers are pretty low. He is a very good player with his Giant, I gotta say. I'm not a good Giant player, honestly. You won't see many Giant tutorials here because I am not a good Giant player. I am good with Golem, Lava Hound, and Graveyard, which are my 3 best decks or card. I'm not very good with Hog Rider, Trifecta Hog Rider. I'm not really good with Giant. I'm not really good with like cycle decks in general. So yeah. So right here, our towers are both really low. And I'm just trying to hold on as long as I can to cycle back to my poison graveyard log combination. Right here, going to use my knight and my zap wizard to counter his push. Going to now use my graveyard, I'm pretty sure, to finish him off, or my poison log. So pretty intense battle right here. My tower almost went down, but we were able to defend and get a W here. Pretty good shit. And yeah, pretty good stuff. We'll hop into like maybe 1 or 2 more battles and see how we can do. We'll hop in against Hog or Mad King 27, and I want to just show you how to play against main meta decks right now. I mean, Hog Trifecta will always be in our meta, or whatever you call it, Hog Cycle or whatever. I really don't like using Hog Cycle. I just don't know how to use it properly. Same with Bait. But yeah, so right here, we're playing against him. I didn't get a lot of damage off of here. I got a decent amount, but I did use a lot of Elixir. And one problem with playing against Hog Trifecta is, or Hog Cycle, is they can cycle through their deck so quickly. You can use your okay, for example, if you play Inferno Tower to counter their Hog Rider and you do it pretty well, I mean, Inferno Tower is a very good counter, but once your Inferno Tower is gone, they can just place Skeletons and Ice Spirit and get their Hog Rider back in it, and you don't have your Inferno Tower in your cycle. So you would have to use your Knight or your Zap Wizard to counter his Hog Rider. Like, as you can see here, I was not able to counter his Hog Rider properly, and he got a lot of damage off of me. So my deck right here is a little bit weak against Hog Trifecta, but you don't see it very often, honestly. And most players who are actually very good are using Graveyard Poison, so you shouldn't worry too much about Trifecta right now. So right here, I didn't have a very good hand, so I had to play my Graveyard and Poison, unfortunately. But, you know, bad hands do happen. It was just by coincidence, unfortunately. So right here, we're both gaining our Elixir. I didn't lose too much Elixir for my push, and we're ahead slightly by damage. Gonna place my Inferno Tower again and take out his Hog Rider. And my Inferno Tower is gonna do work, but unfortunately, he cycles so quickly. He was really good at his deck. I mean, pro at Trifecta. So I had to use my Poison and Zap Wizard to try and counter him. Didn't work out too well, and he's going to get a lot of damage off of here. And right here, I was really nervous because I was 10 and 12, and my tower was really low. I was pretty sure I was going to lose, but you can always make a comeback because the Graveyard is a very good card to make a comeback against. So right here, going to use my Inferno Tower to counter his Hog Rider, and bad Fireball, honestly, waste of 4 Elixir. I mean, maybe he was trying to get some good damage, but honestly, I would have just recycled his Hog Rider. So right here, desperate, I placed my Graveyard, my Poison, and I was able to take out his tower. And with 3 seconds remaining, and the battle ends, and I have 34 hit points left on my tower. Really clutch battle, and yeah. Pretty weak against Hog Trifecta, but still very good deck. We'll watch one more replay. Lava Hound Executioner, I've been seeing a lot. Not a very good deck, honestly. I've been seeing it a lot, but it is pretty easy to play against. So right here, he actually has a level 3 Executioner, which is going to help me a lot to beat him. So right here, I immediately wait for him to play first, and after use my Graveyard Knight counter or attack. And I'm going to get a lot of damage off of here because he committed to his left side playing a Musketeer, and I get his tower down to 156. So I recommend to you guys, if you can wait for your opponent to play the first move, and once they commit with like a giant or whatever, you play immediately with your ice golem or your knight graveyard poison counter or attack, and you will get a lot of damage. Trust me, they won't be able to counter graveyard and poison. I mean, it's really hard to counter. But right here, I'm already feeling really good, and he is gonna try and play against me. I actually had a lot of people spectating. He's probably maybe a famous player or YouTuber or whatever. But right here, he's gonna set up with a Lava Hound. And Lava Hound is actually very easy to counter because poison is really good against Lava Hound. And Mega Minion and Zap Wizard are both very good counters against Lava Hound. So right here, I'm going to use my Ice Golem to counter his graveyard. Pretty easy. And right here, his skeleton touched my tower. Guys, remember, don't put your graveyard too close to the King Tower or else you will activate it. And once the King Tower has been activated, it's so hard to take out a tower. I mean, King Tower can take out graveyard so easily. I mean, it makes your life really hard to take out his tower. So try to place a graveyard away from his King Tower so you don't get into a bad situation. So right here, he's going to place a graveyard, but honestly, it's really hard to take out my tower now because, like, honestly, my King Tower plus my other Princess Tower is too hard to play against. So right here, we're about 30 seconds remaining. He can't really beat me here. I mean, it's hopeless. My deck absolutely counters his deck, and we're gonna be GG and win our battle right here. Gonna place my graveyard and poison spell left side, pressuring him just in case he takes out my right side, but no problem. And we are gonna get a W here, and we're gonna win 1-0 crowns. So if you enjoy our video right here, please leave a like down below, subscribe for more content, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.